My friends and my family, this is Trevor Chapman, modern day man, entrepreneur, achiever, purveyor of the good life, student of life, marketer. After over 10 years in business, tens of millions of dollars, I've learned this one thing. There's too much noise. It takes tactics and strategy. You can't buy it, you earn it through experience. Failure after failure hones the craft. You must become a warrior. It's time to run. The experience you can't buy. You had to have earned it. It's my turn to give back and contribute. I share all of my lessons from 7 to 8 and from 8 to 9 figures. We'll see if it goes from 9 to 10, but I'm gonna give it all to you. Consistency, persistence, dedication, vision, time, discipline, work. I'm gonna give it all to you so that you learn from where I failed and you learn from my experience. My brothers, this is your daily fuel. What's up, everybody? Trevor here, excited to come at you today. It is going to be a beautiful Sunday when you listen to this. I've got an excellent story for you today. In high school, amongst the other sports that I played, and by the way, I typically only played sports until it was time to pay for the jersey. Then I had an excellent reason why this year I wasn't going to pay. And the true reason was that we couldn't afford the cost of the jersey. That's a whole separate story. But I bring that up because for any of you parents out there with children, and if you are struggling, it was precisely the struggle that set me up for where I am today. So do not feel bad. And if my parents are listening, don't feel bad either. It was literally because of the experiences I had, the struggle that I had, that I've been able to achieve the levels of success that I have thus far. And as I continue to achieve, I'll attribute it all really to that. Aside from that, that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the value, the absolute significance of the correct team. I'm going to go back to high school and fill you guys in. All 4 years, I was a part of the debate team. Every year, I made it to finals, state. Every single event, oratory, extemporaneous commentary, etc., I won. I literally took state in every single solo event. But the whole reason I went there, I only had solo events because they required you to have multiple events that you were competing in. You just couldn't compete in just one event. But the event that I went there for was debate. And it wasn't solo debate, it was team debate. And every single year, I made it to the top 10, top 5, final 3, and then we lost. I could not win state, and I just could not comprehend why. Everything I did resulted in us not winning. Except my senior year. My senior year, I had a new debate partner. And unlike every previous debate partner I had, who, when it was their turn to jump up and argue, would turn to me and say, "Trevor, what do you want me to say?" And then I would tell them everything I wanted them to say. They'd write it down and they'd say it to the best of their ability. But my 4th year, I had a different debate partner than all the previous years, different in how he worked. He not once asked me what I wanted him to say, though I would often say, "Hey, make sure you say this and that." Instead, this guy would say what he thought needed to be said. Lo and behold, we took state, won first place that year. Why? Why did that happen? Because it took the brain power of 2 dedicated souls to take state. When it was only my brain power, despite the fact that there was body power, other people there, when it was only my brain, it wasn't sufficient to beat our competition. But when you added into the mix another talented individual, as dedicated as I was, with a different experience of life, allowing him to see things differently and communicate differently and come up with different takes on things, only with those ingredients were we able to mix up a state championship. And so the question that I have is for you. Your team, do they simply do what you tell them to do? Do they say what you want them to say in the heat of debate? Or do you allow them the opportunity to express their talents, their view of the world based on their experiences, everything that they bring to the table? Are they able to contribute massively, which will ultimately lead to your team winning? And if you're a solopreneur, you need to find that debate partner that can give you their spin on things. The companies that I had that succeeded at the highest levels were the companies that functioned like my senior year debate team. While I may have brought the grand vision, had the energy, been the passion, created the strategy, I recognized that it wasn't a solo event. And that only with the perfect combination of team contribution could we win. And so by welcoming contribution from the team, mixing it together, allowing each to speak and act and do and contribute and brainstorm. Only in that environment were we able to achieve things beyond our years. And by years, I mean it typically takes, I'll take this podcast for example. Tim Ferriss has 200 million downloads. How am I beating this guy? Gary Vee's been at this for 10 years online. How am I beating him many days? My friends, most people say, Tim's got 200 million downloads. I need to be okay ranking behind him. And I disagree. You don't need to wait 10 years or 200 million downloads. Because dues of yesterday were paid yesterday. Today's dues are due now. Pay your dues better than the guy who paid them yesterday. And today you will win. Pay today's dues better than yesterday's champion paid yesterday's dues, and today you will be the champion. All my love and all my respect until tomorrow. Trevor